Hi, I'm Jed King, CEO of Sales Factory. Our company was founded over 35 years ago with a straightforward idea: help home improvement brands listen to end users and help solve their everyday problems. This philosophy is the secret behind our Winning the PLR series, where we take a deeper dive into winning with the merchant and winning with the market. And remember, they go together because when you do it right, both win. So, what do we know about PLRs? Well, we've been in a few, and over the past few years, we've kept score. The scoreboard on this slide is hanging in our office, and I'm happy to share that since 2015, our win-loss record is 121 wins and only 10 losses. Today is our third installment in the Winning the PLR series. It's my favorite part because it's all about understanding your end users' problems and doing something about it. It sounds simple, but how much information do you have on them? Whether it's formal or informal, you need information on their daily challenges to help develop winning strategies. And the more you know, the better off you're going to do. And by the way, the merchant loves data, so this is a great way to establish a true partnership. So where do you start? First, you have to learn who they are and what problems they have. Much can be understood by simply studying how they shop and how they use your products. But you can take it much further. So today, I'm pleased to introduce Jenny Becker. She runs our business development team, but before that, she was our client where she served as president of Empire Level. So she has a perspective from both the brand side and the marketing side. So Jenny, take it away.
During our last Winning the PLR installment, we discussed using research to identify the end user. And there are a lot of different ways to define your target end user, such as geography and gender, generation. When you sell Home Depot and Lowe's, you have to understand the do-it-yourselfer, the pro, and the do-it-for-me segments. But instead of looking broadly, we strongly recommend using attitude and behavioral data. Why behavioral data? It's the best predictor for future behavior. So let's look a little more closely at why behavioral segmentation is so important and effective. Research on attitudes and behavior allow you to segment the market in a really meaningful way. With this information, you can show your merchant which specific consumers your brand will compel to purchase. In addition, you can quantify what % of the market they represent. With your behavioral segmentation, you can tell the merchant with confidence how your products and brand messaging are tailored to what the end user cares about. And just as importantly, you know what segments aren't worth pursuing. The end user segments we've shown you here are based on very general shopping behavior. When you create a segmentation for your own business, it should be based on your specific product categories and the dynamic within those categories. Our research has provided us with the important context of the current consumer environment and how this context impacts our shopper segments. The vast majority of people in the U.S. are experiencing a major push and pull coming out of the pandemic. There is a pull towards home with a huge number of first-time homeowners. Many people started improving their homes during the pandemic, creating work-at-home spaces along with home recreational and relaxation spaces. But there is also a push, and it's a push towards normal work and normal activities, which include traveling, meetings face-to-face, and social engagements. In other words, the push back to normal amounts to a much busier and hectic lifestyle compared to the shelter-in-place lifestyle of the past year. Our shopper segmentation shows that this push and pull recovery is causing a time crunch. Our Connected Compare segment is most strapped for time as they leap forward into the new post-pandemic world. The other segments aren't immune to time pressure, though. They are experiencing it in various lesser degrees. So how does the time crunch impact the Connected Compare's shopping behavior? Well, he wants to quickly discern what products fit his needs. The Connected Comparer will trade up the line for a higher quality product if the brand communicates the benefits properly. The Connected Comparer will frequently use online research to help make purchase decisions. Other segments that are impacted by the time crunch problem are the prepared planner and the impressionable impulse shopper. These segments are using some of their precious time to shop in-store. They like the idea of learning how to select quality items in person, but they're concerned about making the right choice. With that said, these segments don't want to spend all their time at the store, so they expect to be able to find a product that fits their needs quickly when they're at a brick-and-mortar retailer. I've shown you how the move into post-pandemic life is resulting in this push-pull phenomenon that creates the problem of not enough time. In order to address this problem and capture share of wallet, you can employ the following tactics. Number one, make sure your products have concise, easy-to-read packaging with a clear hierarchy of information that pushes the consumer towards what they say they care about in a trade-off analysis. 2, products should be merchandised in a way that portrays an easily identified trade-up structure to accelerate decision-making. Number 3, online content needs to be informative and quick to navigate. The consideration of saving time should be at the forefront when creating the consumer's path to purchase. The end-user time crunch problem can also fuel product development. For example, in grass seed spreaders, saving time might mean developing a more accurate spreader distance or creating an online tool to help figure out the fastest way to get the job done. Weed and feed products have been on the market for over 100 years. Why not create the next generation of products in this category to help the end user save the time they crave? So just a reminder, today we explored one macro level end user problem, the time crunch. In order to really make an impact and show your merchant that you truly have the pulse of the end user in your product category, you need to understand end user problems at the micro level too. In conclusion, the best way to get the level of end user knowledge you need is through a behavioral segmentation study, which will allow you to tailor your product offering, merchandising, marketing message, and tactics in the most effective and compelling way possible. When strategically addressed, knowing the end user's problems turns into sales for both you and the retailer. A key to winning your next PLR is not only knowing who your end user is, but more importantly, what keeps them up at night and how your brand can help them solve their problems.